Welcome to the Writing, Reading, and Speech Assistance session on writing a financial assistance letter of appeal. One of the first things you'll need to do is go to the financial aid office and get their SAP, which stands for Satisfactory Academic Process, appeal letter information. Make sure you have all the information that you need. Fill out all the forms very carefully. So now let's talk about the letter that you need to write to add to what you've got there. Your letter will look something like this, and I'm going to walk you through each of the parts that you need to do. So one of the first things that you need to do is some pre-writing. You'll want to maybe make a list or a mind map thinking of all the reasons why your appeal should be granted and what evidence you're going to use to support your appeal when you write your letter. When you actually start drafting your letter, that's step 2, you're going to begin with the very top. You'll want to begin with putting in your heading, which is your name, address, your phone number, your email address, and the date that you are sending in the letter, and that's usually somewhere right before it's due. Next, you'll want to put in the address of the financial aid office. Make sure that you can copy right from the handout to see exactly how that address should be. Then you want to make sure you put near the top re and then appeal of and put your name and your student ID number. Make sure in fact that your name and student ID number are carefully written on every single piece of paper that goes into your appeal. And finally, you're going to have your salutation, which is something like, "Dear members of the Financial Aid Appeal Committee." Then you're ready to work on your first paragraph, which is where you state your request. It should be about 3 to 5 sentences long, and it should provide basic background information that tells the situation that you're in. And make sure that you state exactly what you want very clearly. Paragraph 2 is where you make your case to them as to why they should grant your appeal. This is probably your longest paragraph, maybe 5 to 8 sentences. You want to tell what happened in chronological order, the order that it happened. Actual numbers and dates will help to illustrate your situation. Be very specific. For example, instead of saying that you had extenuating circumstances, you'll want to tell what the circumstance was. If you are appealing due to poor health or academic performance, list reasons why your performance was weak. Indicate what you've done to remedy this situation. Although this can be very emotional, try not to use emotional words in your tone. Remain calm, professional, and factual. Paragraph 3 is where you justify your appeal. This is where you tell exactly how you have changed things and why you should be given another chance and how you'll be successful now that you've made these changes and adjustments to your lives. State what you hope to accomplish. For example, you may be the first person in your family to receive a degree, or you might want to provide a better life for yourself and your family. You might explain how a lack of change in your financial aid award will impact you. It might mean you won't be able to take classes you need for your major, or that you will have to put your education on hold. Be very specific and clear when you're justifying your appeal. Paragraph 4 is where you restate your request and thank the reader for reading what you have. It's a closing. In 1 or 2 sentences, summarize your request, restate your desired outcome. You do not need to repeat things that you had in your earlier paragraphs. Finally, thank the reader for considering your appeal. You might say, "Thank you in advance for your time and consideration." It's a very simple paragraph that closes everything up. And then the last part of your letter is the closing, your signature, and your typed name. Make sure that you leave space in between the closing and your name so that you can sign it in blue or black ink. Your next step, step 3, is to revise and edit. So make sure that as you read through what you've written that you've used a formal, very respectful language, you've got complete sentences, correct grammar, usage, and mechanics, that it's easy to understand. that you have not used any emotional language, that you've been honest and real. Proofread it by reading it out loud, checking for spelling, grammar, and punctuation, and have someone else read it. One of the ways that you can have someone else read it is to come into our writing, reading, and speech assistance area. You can schedule an appointment online or come in and make an appointment with us. Finally, you're ready to publish, so make sure at that point that you have attached all of the required information, you send it in on time, and you are happy with what you've got in front of you. So thank you for listening to our session on writing the Scholastic Appeal Letter. Good luck!